You log in to Topaasia by going to internet address play.topaasia.com. You end up in this kind of website, and you have two options here. You can join game or log in, and as a game leader we choose the login option to go to the dashboard of Topaasia. And in login option we have two options, with password or with email link. And we of course don't have a password set up yet, so we click with email link and we put on the email that we have started Topaasia trial and press send link, and you will get an email that has the link that you can log into Topaasia dashboard. After you have logged into dashboard, you can set up a password and log in with that, or you can always just get a new email link and log in with that. If you don't receive the email link, make sure it hasn't gone to a trash folder or any other email folder. Topaasia dashboard consists of 5 different tabs. The first tab, Games, shows you a small summary of organization's games, and you can create a new game session, and you can see the latest games you have facilitated scrolling down. In Reports tab you can search organization's games from mass of games, and you can make different kind of analysis from the game sessions and save them. Organization tabs let you control organization's users. You can browse all the game decks Topaasia has, and if you have Topaasia Pro subscription, you can create your own game decks and game types. Subscription tab shows you the current subscription, and you can upgrade or downgrade your subscription plan. You can also delete your organization data from the service. Profile tab shows your organizations, and you can create password if you want to log in with password and don't want to order an email link every time you log into Topaasia. You start a new game session by clicking create a new game. The game session starts with a setup phase. In setup phase you type playing team's name and you type session's topic. So the topic we are discussing about and we want to improve or have some clarity upon. In this demo I'll choose improving teamwork. Next you pick a game type to play. There's an option for basic game, and it means that you have a general deck, game deck, and you have perspectives, clearest strength and clearest weakness. But in this demo we choose a deck from the deck catalog of 40 games, and we choose the perspectives ourselves. So I can pick a deck for the game session, and because our game topic is improving teamwork, I would go to work community and teamwork catalog, and I would choose a deck I'd like to play with. In this demo I choose the deck self-organizing team. Then I pick perspectives for the discussion. The more perspectives, the longer the game session lasts, and the good amount of perspectives is 2. You can also play with 1 perspective, or 3 or 4, but good amount for basic session is 2 perspectives. There are many different kind of perspective cards. Generic perspectives, time related, emotional, risk and start stop. And you can choose any of these you want, but good rule of thumb is 1 positive and maybe 1 negative. But some of these perspectives don't have that kind of emotional package that they are positive or negative. In this demo I choose the most enabling factor and the most challenging factor. And if you don't want this game's statistics to be part of any organization statistic, you can click this game is a practice game. And then you create game and play. The playing phase starts by getting players to join the game session. You can practice facilitating Topaasia session by yourself, and you can join the game as a player through your phone or tablet or by another internet browser. Players can join with their own devices, whether that will be a laptop or a smartphone or tablet. They go to their internet browser and go to the website play.topaasia.com, and they select join game. In this demo, the second screen on the right will present player's point of view. As a player, I press join game. I put on my email address that I want the game report to be sent, and I press the game code that can be seen on game leader's screen, and I press join game. And as a game leader, I can see the players have joined the game session, and after all the players have joined, I can press continue to game. The playing starts with the first perspective card that we chose to the game, and it was the most enabling factor for improving teamwork. So, the game round starts by players dealing cards for themselves, and we have the perspective the most enabling. So players can click deal cards, and they get 5 different cards from the game deck self-organizing teams that we chose for this game session. And then players' job now is to choose one of these 5 cards they have in their hand and play it on the game board that they think is the most enabling thing we should discuss about or improve upon to improve our teamwork. That is the topic of our game session. So if I think improving prioritization would be the most enabling factor for improvement of our teamwork, I could click on that and play selected. If I want to change cards, I can do that by clicking cards and pressing change selected. I can also select all and change all 5 cards. I will play prioritization and play selected. And on game leader's screen, my card would come face down on the platform. And after every player has played their card, game leader can click on next. Then the cards are revealed, and as a game leader, it is good practice to read them out loud slowly so everyone gets to see and think about what kind of topics have been played. So common goal, prioritization, and team agreement. And because Topaasia is a dialogue or discussion game, the idea is now that the players introduce their own cards, why they picked this card and why they think it's the most enabling thing to improve our teamwork. So the first player would start by telling about common goal, that he played common goal because maybe it's unclear what it is for our team. And then I would tell about prioritization, why I think it's the most enabling factor to improve our teamwork. And the third player would tell about the team agreement, what she thinks about that card. And after everyone is seen and heard and introduce their card, the idea is that we talk about these cards. What is the one card we choose to be the most enabling thing? And in the end of the session, we may maybe do an action plan on this card to improve it concretely. As a game leader, you have 3 different tools to help the conversation going. The first one is a timer. So you can choose what kind of goal time you have for this perspective, like 10 minutes. It's a good clue for game leader to say that we should be pressing on and make a choice. The second tool is notes, so game leader can type things from the discussion or per card, and they are saved automatically. And the third tool is voting. Especially if you have bigger team, like 4 to 10 people, there are lots of cards on the table. It could be a good idea to do a vote after everyone has introduced their own card to make the conversation faster and smoother. So you start a vote by creating a vote, and every player gets to choose one card to vote on to be the most enabling factor based on the introductions. And you can see the thumbs up shows the results of the voting. And then we choose the one card and we press next. Then we have a second round, and the second round's perspective is the most challenging. What is the most challenging issue upon improving our teamwork? So we continue with the same theme, that is our game session's topic, but we have a slightly different perspective. And again, the idea is the same. The players choose a card from their hand that they see is the most challenging issue regarding our teamwork, and players pick one card and play it to the table. And after everyone has played, the idea is the same. Every player gets to introduce their own card. Why did they play it? And after everyone has had their say about their own cards, we start discussing about these cards and what the other players have said. And then we choose one card to be the most challenging issue pick of these three. If a game leader can't remember what he or she had to do, there is always a note bar on the left, and there is the instructions for the game. There is also the game code if someone wants to join midway, and you can see the players who are in the game, and you can also pause the game and continue later from the dashboard. We would choose now card responsibility and then press next. And after we have played the perspectives we chose, starts the final phase of Topaasia session, that is called Crystallization phase. And in this phase we choose one of the cards. We played the most enabling factor and common goal was our pick, and the most challenging issue and responsibility was the team's choice. And in this crystallization phase we choose one of these topics and we make a concrete action plan to make it concretely better, or try to do something, some experiments to improve it upon. We choose responsibility and we press next. There's a crystallization plan on the middle, and it consists of 5 different questions. So, what is the desired change regarding the responsibility? What are the challenges in improving this? What are the opportunities in improving this? What activities could help to improve this? And what actions we decide to do. You can do the crystallization by talking, and the game leader can type ideas and thoughts on each question. But there is also a possibility to involve players to each question. So I can ask from players, what do you think is the desired change regarding responsibility? And I could press ask from players, and target time would be maybe 1 to 3 minutes. I press start, and on player screen starts the question, what is the desired change? Players click send idea, and I am ready. And game leader can show players answers, and we can go through the answers, and if they like these answers we can track it on the crystallization plan. The player content is not on the game summary email, but it is they are saved on dashboard, all the player content. Then we can go through the challenges in improving this subject and the opportunities in improving this, and what activities could help to improve this. This is the question where you should definitely ask from players what activities and ideas could help to improve this. And again, players can type their ideas. They can type multiple ideas on different notes, and they can click I am ready. And again, you can see the player ideas, and you can track them on the crystallization plan. You can also vote on the idea notes if you have many of them. Voting happens on player screen, thumbs up. And last but not least, we decide what actions we do. So we add an action, what will be done. We can also drag and drop from the previous question. We choose who is assigned to do the action and what is the schedule. And then we have feedback and game report, how you can rate the usefulness of this session and give some feedback. We at Topaasia can see this feedback. You can choose which players the game report will be sent to email. And you can choose if this game report is visible to all the game leaders of this organization in dashboard. If you don't select this, it will be only visible to you, but if you let it be selected, other game leaders can see what kind of game session has been played and see the results. Last, we click save and end.